admission procedure. Only the candidates who qualify in JAM 2010, whose names appear in the merit list, shall be eligible to apply for admission to any of the corresponding academic programs available at different IITs. Candidates are advised, in their own interest, to refer to the brief profiles of the admitting institutes and departments included in this information brochure. Application should note that they have to apply for admission by sending an application form for admission, henceforth called admission form, only to the organizing institute IIT Madras. An applicant can apply to one or more academic programs corresponding to the test papers in which he or she has qualified, subject to fulfillment of the minimum educational qualifications and the eligibility requirements of the admitting institutes for the academic session 2010 to 2011. The following admission procedure shall be followed for all the programs at the IITs covered under JAM 2010. 1. After JAM 2010 results are announced, a qualified candidate will have to apply on the prescribed admission form to the organizing institute IIT Madras only, irrespective of the IITs where he or she decide to seek admission. The application forms for admission will be sent along with the rank card to the qualified candidates and can also be downloaded from the website of the organizing institutes. 2. Irrespective of whether a candidate has qualified in one or two test papers, he or she needs to send only one duly completed admission form listing all the programs at the IITs along with the order preference to which the admission is served. 3. The duly completed application form for admission along with the required enclosures must be sent by the applicant to the organizing chairman, JAM 2010, IIT Madras, Chennai 600036, along with an account payabilities demand draft of rupees 300 only, drawn in favor of JAM 2010, payable at Chennai as non-refundable processing fees. It must be noted that the application form for admission, either found incomplete in any respect or if not accompanied by a demand draft of rupees 300, shall be rejected and the candidate shall not be considered for admission irrespective or his or her eligibility for any programs for which application form for admission has been submitted. Also, a candidate will be considered for admission only to the programs given in his or her admission form. The last date for receiving the completed application forms for admissions along with the demand draft of rupees 300 only at the organizing institute IIT Madras is 7th June 2010. 4. Taking into consideration the order of preference as given in the admission form and corresponding ranks in the merit list, the first admission list for each program under JAM 2010 will be prepared by the organizing institute and will be announced at 17 hours on 16th June 2010. 4. After the declaration of the first admission list, admission offers will be sent by the respective admitting institutes to the candidates consent on 18th June 2010. Last date for conveying the acceptance of the offer by the candidates to the organizing chairman, JAM 2010, IIT Madras is 30th June 2010. Along with the acceptance of offer, these candidates will also have to send on advance fees rupees 5,000 to the organizing chairman through a demand draft in favor of the JAM 2010 payable at Chennai. This amount will be transferred to the admitting institute and the same will be adjusted at the time of registration. 6. In case some seats remain vacant after the first admission list, the organizing institute will prepare additional admission list. These lists will be announced by the organizing institute and admission offers based on these lists, if any, will be sent by the admitting institutes to the candidates concerned. The candidates offered admission through the additional list must report directly to the admitting institute on the date of semester registration, with that the admission process based on JAM 2010 will come to an end. 7. If a candidate has been allotted to sit through first admission list, and if he or she accepts the other of admission, his or her lower preference, if any, will be automatically cancelled, but he or she shall remain on the waiting list for all of his or her higher preference, if any, in the next round of admissions. Those eligible candidates who are not allowed any seat in the first admission list shall remain on the waiting list in the next round of admissions. Candidates who do not want to be considered for higher preference programs in the next round of admissions will have to indicate about the same in the prescribed form at the time of acceptance of the admission offer. However, once a candidate fails to accept an admission offer, he or she will not be considered for any of his or her choices thereafter, and hence in the next round of admissions he or she will not be in the waiting list of any program. Note: verification of minimum educational qualifications and the eligibility criteria for admissions is the prerogative of the admitting institutes only, and the organizing institute will not respond to any queries in this record. The offer of admission to a candidate will be professional, subject to fulfillment of all the requirements by the dates specified. Candidates should note that being in the merit list of any test paper neither guarantees nor provides any automatic entitlement for admission. Admission shall be made in order of merit and depending on the number of seats available at the admitting institutions.